The sun filtered through the leaves of the willow, casting dappled patterns on the still surface of the pond. A hush lay over the scene, broken only by the whisper of wind through the reeds and the occasional chirp of a dragonfly. But beneath the placidity, a tiny revolution was about to unfold. Nestled on the bank, a young girl named Ilara gazed intently at the water. In her hand, she held a smooth, gray pebble, no bigger than her thumb. It was a simple thing, yet, in Ilara's eyes, it held the weight of the world. Her grandmother, Nana Willow, often spoke of the pond as a canvas, and of pebbles as brushes capable of painting ripples of change. Tonight, Ilara was ready to become an artist. With a deep breath, she flicked the pebble towards the center. It fell with a satisfying plop, shattering the mirror-like surface. Concentric circles erupted outwards, pushing and pulling at the reeds, sending whispers through the water lilies. A startled frog leaped from its lily-pad throne, a flash of green against the dark water. Ilara watched, mesmerized, as the ripples danced and spread. With each pulse, the pond changed. Sunlight glinted on previously hidden depths, shadows danced on the shore, and the surface became a kaleidoscope of movement. It was as if the pebble had awakened the pond, breathing life into its placid heart. But the ripples didn't stop at the water's edge. They carried forward, whispering through the reeds, brushing against the willow's weeping branches. A dragonfly, disturbed from its sunbathing, took flight, its wings catching the sunlight in iridescent flashes. It soared away, carrying the ripple further, painting its message on the canvas of the sky. Ilara followed the ripple with her eyes, a smile blooming on her face. Her tiny pebble, a mere whisper in the vastness of the world, had set a chain reaction in motion. It had touched the dragonfly, who, in turn, would touch countless others. Her small act had become a whisper in the wind, carrying the potential for change far beyond the reach of her pebble. Days turned into weeks, and the pond became Ilara's sanctuary. Every afternoon, she would sit on the bank, tossing pebbles and watching the world ripple. The ripples, Ilara realized, were not just physical disturbances. They were ripples of courage, of inspiration, of possibility. Her small act had given others the courage to make their own waves, to believe in the power of a single action. One day, Nana Willow sat beside Ilara, her eyes crinkling at the corners. "You've painted the pond beautifully, child," she said, her voice soft as the rustling leaves. "Remember, even the smallest pebble can create the biggest splash." Ilara looked at her hand, empty for the moment. Her pebble had spent itself, its ripples fading into the vastness of the pond. But the lesson it had taught her, the knowledge that she could make a difference.